dark and stormy night. Which is how most mysteries begin. Well, at least the good ones. We've just finished another successful case and we're ready to file it away.
That's it. Another case closed. Great work, partner.
Thank you. And might I say, good work on your part as well. You know, we make a pretty good team, you and I.
Thanks. Always happy to help.
It's been a dream of mine to be a successful detective ever since I got my first at-home detective kit and my Clue board game.
Yep. And who would have thought that in 1 year's time we would have been able to solve so many important cases? The case of the secret admirer.
I loved that case.
The case of the missing frogs.
Ooh, that one was hard to dissect.
The case of the unknown locker combination.
That one took a couple of quick turns in the end.
The case of the hidden Easter eggs.
Oh, that one was a tough case to crack.
And now the case of the mystery cafeteria meat.
Yes, a case we could really sink our teeth into.
Yep. There isn't a case yet that we couldn't solve.
You're absolutely right. And that's why I've got on new business cards.
Nancy Prue, private detectives. There isn't a case we can't solve.
What do you think?
Well, the font's nice. What did you use? Curry and who?
Madonna, actually. But I was talking about the tagline.
Oh.
What?
I just think that it's delivering some false promises.
What do you mean? There hasn't been a case yet that we haven't been able to solve. You just said so yourself.
Yeah, but that's because we haven't come across a case yet.
What are you implying?
Well, what if we can't solve the case?
Well, then we'll just have to solve it.
But what if we can't?
Then we will.
But
if we find a case we can't solve, Prudence, then we're just going to have to make new business calls.
Fine.
Until then, let's just keep taking cases that we know we can solve.
Fine.
Great. And now that we've had another successful case to file away, it's time for us to celebrate.
You're right. But we better start leaving now, because otherwise we're never going to make it to Boston with this storm and all.
Just think, by this time tomorrow, we're going to be at Justin Timberlake's concert. He's so dreamy.
But we better start. And with this storm, it's going to be hard enough to drive through.
Oh, just give me a few minutes here, and I'll finish up and we can go.
Nancy,
Don't worry about it, Prue. I already have the car packed up and ready to go.
snacks?
Chips, popcorn, chocolate-covered pretzels, and licorice.
What about music?
All 4 of Justin's latest albums. Plus the limited edition unreleased studio tracks album.
Our matching Justin Timberlake concert t-shirts, our autograph book and magazines.
Check, check, and check. Now would you please let me hurry up and file this away so we can go?
Fine, I'll go grab my coat and I'll leave soon. I'll meet you in the car.
Now let's see, where was I? The girls were ready to set out on an experience of a lifetime. Hopefully nothing would stand in their way. But if the weather outside was any indication, this might be a night full of intrigue, suspense, and mystery. Now, off to the concert. Justin Timberlake, here we come. What could go wrong?
It's time for Mr. Manchester's soup.
Which old Monsieur Manchester?
Old man Manchester, I'm sorry.
Well, I know this is your first week here, but I am not the cook. I am the maid. I clean and I tidy. I do not make soup
Oh, you misunderstand. I'm not asking you to make the soup. I'm asking you to bring him up the soup. At least that's what Mrs. Manchester requested.
Well, I suggest you get your cute little daddy into the kitchen and have Olga make soup for you, then you can take it up.
But Mrs. Manchester asked you to bring up the soup.
You was the one hired to take care of old Monsieur Manchester, so you can make the soup and you can take it up to him.
Come on. I would, but Olga kind of scares me. I really need this job.
Then you best be sure that old Monsieur Manchester gets his soup. I will even have Olga make it for you. Olga! But soup. Monsieur needs soup for old Monsieur Manchester. So, soup, we know, chicken noodle soup. Soup? Oui, you know, bok, slurp, slurp. Oh, soup. Oui, Monsieur James will take it up to him. Merci, Olga. There, you see? Olga will make you the soup, then you can take it up to him. I will be cleaning the stove.
Thank you, Francesca.
Je t'en prie.
Lights.
What's all the screaming about?
Oh, I'm very sorry. I think I saw like a mouse or something on the floor.
Oh, well, and with this storm, you know, you must learn not to be so jumpy after all. It's an old house, and sometimes mice get in, and there's old wiring and creaks and things like that. So, and on a night like this, it can be even more terrifying.
I understand, Mrs. Manchester. I think Olga's getting the soup ready for Old Man Manchester.
Oh, very good.
It should be ready any minute.
All right. Well, now I'll need you to take the soup up to Mr. Manchester and to feed him.
Feed him?
Yes,
But every time I feed the old man...
it is.
every time I feed the old man, he throws a fit and yells, "I'll never tell you my secrets," or he pretends I'm an elephant in the Serengeti again.
I realize my father-in-law can be quite eccentric, but he is family. And so we need to make him as comfortable as possible. Thank you, Olga.
Although I will not be able to give him his medication after. You do recall you did give me this evening off?
That's right. Well, I suppose that my husband and I will have to administer the medication ourselves. So what is it we need to do?
Okay, you need to give him 5 of the red ones,
Okay.
3 of the orange, 2 of the green, 3.5 of the purple, in 1 horse tranquilizer just to help him sleep.
Okay.
It also must be 1 hour after he eats.
All right. 1 hour after he eats. Okay, let me see. So is it 3 of the blue, 2 of the green, 1 of the yellow?
I'll write it down.
Very well. Now you'll need to go up and feed Mr. Manchester his soup.
Okay. I'll get right to it.
Thank you. Where is Francesca?
You rang with them?
Yes, Francesca, yes. I'm going to be having guests very soon. And
Yes, you mean your children.
Yes, and my guests will be here very shortly, and I need you to prepare the house in such a way that it will be perfect for them because this is the very first time since my little birds have left the nest.
Birds, madame? Birds?
Yes, it's been the first time
I
since
didn't know
my
we had birds in the
little-
house.
Oh, let me finish my sentence, Francesca.
Birds.
The very first time since those little birds have left the nest, and I want things to be perfect, but they're not real birds. Not real birds. The birds are my children, you see, and the nest is this house. Yes. So I need you to make sure everything's perfect for it, okay?
Very well, madame.
Okay. All right. So, well, but before you go, I need you to draw me a bath, please.
Oh, oui, madame.
I do love relaxing soak in the tub.
Here you go, madame.
What is this?
It's your bath, madame. See, there is the tub, and it's filled with
I can see that it is a picture of a bathtub, but I asked.
You asked me to draw you a bath.
What I meant was for you to go to my bathroom and fill the bathtub with water.
Why did you just say so?
Just go, Francesca.
Oui, madame.
Where did we get this help from? Olga? Olga? Oh, goodness. She must be busy.
The murder.
Oh, this rub just so tickles me at times.
Susan, is that you?
Yes, dear. Right here.
Ah, Susan, I thought that was you. Is everything ready for the arrival of our children?
Yes, it is. And Francesca is seeing about fixing the rooms up. The newly hired nurse, James, is upstairs feeding Father his soup right now.
Excellent. Well, I want to make sure everything goes well tonight. We are celebrating Father's 100th birthday.
Well, I'm sure everything will go perfect, darling. I promise. There's nothing to worry about.
Well, that's good. With the news we've got to give tonight, it'll be rough on our children. I want to make sure that everything is perfect.
And it will be. But I do believe that this is for the best.
Yes, I must say that, I need for you to make sure that the food is being prepared. Bad news like this can be rough, but a full stomach always makes it better.
It certainly does. And Olga is on it. I'm sure she's very busy in the kitchen. Yes. So there's really nothing to worry about, darling. So, you just go and you relax in the den. You need to think about how to break the news to everyone, okay? And I'll take care of everything out here.
Thank you, my sweet.
No, of course, darling. Of course, darling. Olga! But I want to have a very special dinner tonight because I am having very special guests.
Yes?
Yes, my children.
Oh, the children. Oh, yes. We'll have a grand feast. Yum, yum.
Ah, good. Now, yes, what will we be serving?
Grand feast.
Well, yes, but what will we be eating?
Grand feast.
What will we be eating?
Grand feast. Yum, yum. Yeah, I go quick.
That went well.
Oh, madame. Madame, the bath is ready.
Thank you very much, Francesca. Yeah, now make sure you get everything ready for their arrival. They'll be here soon.
Oui, Madame. Monsieur Rusty, you startled me.
Who did you think it was? The boogeyman? Boogie boogie boo!
Oh, stop it, stop it. You know I don't like this lovey-dovey while I'm on duty.
But Francesca,
No buts, and the name's Franny, not Francesca.
but I like Francesca. The accent, the little French maid outfit, va-va-voom.
If the Manchesters ever found out that you and I were together and that I wasn't French, we'd get fired for sure.
I can't wait much longer. We have been engaged for almost a year and I just want to be married.
Well, until we get the money, we have to stick with these jobs.
There's just one thing standing in the way of us getting that money. The master of the house.
Well, I think I've solved that problem. Manchesters, they've hired a new maid. And I think he's just dim-witted enough that I think we could slip it past him and give it to him.
Perfect.
Also, there's one other thing. When I was cleaning the study, I found something very interesting. But I can't tell you here. Somebody might be listening.
Did I hear somebody scream again?
Oh, oui, madame. Monsieur Rusty startled me.
Rusty, what are you doing in here right now? You couldn't be doing much gardening at this time of night. Or in this kind of weather.
Just stopped in for a warm cup of coffee, ma'am.
I do believe I've told you to be in the kitchen with your coffee. And I don't even see your cup. And besides, you look like you've got your footprints all over the floor. Francesca, please do me a favor. Please clean this up.
Oui, madame.
I got the guests coming.
Sorry, ma'am.
Now, if there's nothing else, I hope you can see your way out.
Sure. Evening, ma'am. Good night, Francesca.
Good night.
I have never liked that boy.
Well,
Always covered in dirt.
he is a gardener, madame.
Well, then he should stay in the garden. Francesca, I need you to tidy up. Okay. Okay. Yes, I need you to tidy things up. Because my children will be here arriving.
Children.
Yes, yes.
Children, yes.
My guests will be arriving here shortly. Yes. So I want to make sure everything is perfect.
Oui, madame.
Yes, yes.
Tell them we're gonna die.
Now, it's going to be a wonderful, wonderful, wonderful time. And I'm sure that someone here tonight is going to die.
What did you say?
Oh, thunderstorm. I said someone here tonight is going to.
What?
I said someone here tonight is going to die.
But they're Manchester.
I wish this thunderstorm would shut up so I could finish my sentence. I said that someone here tonight is going to die when they find out about the news that we have for them. And so, let's get back to what we were doing.
And what was that, madame?
A scene change.
Meanwhile, on their way to a Justin Timberlake concert,
Nancy, are you sure you know where you're going?
Of course I'm sure. I've driven to Boston plenty of times before.
But I could have had sworn that we passed that house a few times already.
How can you even tell? I can't can't see a thing through the storm.
I don't think that we're going the right way.
Prudence, I am certain that we are going in the right direction.
Well, if we're going in the right direction, then why does that sign say, "Welcome to Maine"?
I think we are going the wrong way.
That's what I've been trying to say for the last hour.
Well, maybe if somebody hadn't have made us pull off the interstate so they could use the restroom, we would be there by now.
Don't blame me for this.
Well, I'm not the one that drank the whole 2-liter bottle of soda.
And I'm not the one that decided it would be a smart idea to take a shortcut. Look at me, I'm Nancy. I'm British in America for some reason. I'll take a shortcut. I know everything. Hip hip cheerio.
If you hadn't have taken so long, we wouldn't have even needed a shortcut.
If you weren't so stubborn, we would be there by now.
No, just give me the map and I'll figure out where we are.
I can't believe this is happening.
Well, how do you even read this thing? Oh, wait, I've got it.
What have you got?
Yeah, no. We're just going to use our phone's GPS.
Why didn't we do that hours ago?
Well, I didn't really think about it hours ago.
You would think that a couple of top-notch detectives would have been able to figure that out before getting terribly lost.
Yeah. Huh, perfect. We're just a couple hours off course. We'll make it to Boston in plenty of time.
All right, then let's go. Third row seats to the biggest concert of the year.
Oh, we're going to be sitting so close. His sweat could drip right off his brow and fall onto us.
That's kind of gross.
If it was someone else's sweat, yes, but this is Justin Timberlake we're talking about.
You're right. This is going to be great. What was that?
Uh-oh.
Uh-oh? What do you mean by uh-oh?
We have a little problem.
How little is a little problem?
We're out of gas.
Well, where can we get some more?
Well, it's miles to the nearest gas station. We're stranded in the middle of the road, and in this weather it would take us hours to get there.
Well, is there anyone you can call?
Oh, right! I can just call my dad and have him bring us gas. Hello? Dad, Prudence and I are stranded on the side of the road without any gas. Dad? Dad? The battery died!
What? How much of it do you think he heard?
Well, it's hard to tell.
Hard to tell. Do you got any other plans?
Well, I guess there's that house that we passed 15 minutes ago. We can walk back there and see if they have a phone we could call my dad.
Are you serious?
Well, sure, why not?
We're out in the middle of nowhere with no phone and our car is broken down. And it's storming outside.
Yeah, so?
I just described the perfect setting for a murder mystery.
Well, hopefully we won't be the victims.
Nancy, this is no time to joke.
I'm not joking. I'm serious. I want to make it to that Justin Timberlake concert. And if that means going to some creepy old house through a terrible storm so that I can call my dad, that's what I'm going to do. Now come on.
Nancy, don't go. She's gonna get herself killed. I'm much safer staying right here, all alone, in the middle of dark, in the middle of nowhere. Nancy! Nancy! Wait for me!
The girls were taking a risk that would turn into the biggest mystery of their lives.
Francesca! The door! Does nobody work in this house? Francesca! I'm just gonna have to answer the door myself.
Enter stage left. Oh, hello, Mother.
Eleanor, darling! Mwah! Mwah! How long has it been?
Well, if I recall correctly, it was just after I won my Emmy Award for my dramatic death scene on the famous soap opera General Days of Our Bold and Beautiful Young and Restless Lives. And I had just given birth to your first grandchild.
Well, it couldn't have been that long, now could it?
Grandma!
Oh, Sally, darling!
It was 11 years ago.
Oh, my, you have certainly changed since I saw you last. Well, let me take a good look at you. Well, might I say that you are certainly beautiful. You look just like your mother.
I can't believe you don't have any cell receptions here. I can't even text my friends. How am I supposed to live like this for an entire weekend?
I'm sure you'll manage, dear.
Oh, pardon, Mom. I did not know anyone was in here.
Francesca, where have you been?
I was tidying the study, Madame.
I thought you already tidied the study.
One can never be too tidy, Madame.
Well, because you were tidying the study, I had to answer the door myself. As you can see, my beautiful daughter, the famed actress Eleanor Manchester, arrived with my granddaughter, Sally, after the constant doorbell ringing.
My apologies, Madame Manchester, and to you, Mademoiselle Manchester. I did not hear the doorbell ring. May I take your coat?
Oh, yes. Do be careful with this. It is the finest mink, and you really should have a chance to dry because the rain is no good on the delicate fur.
Oui, Madame. May I take your coat?
Your accent is odd. Sally, that's not a nice thing to say, even if she is just the help.
Sorry, I was just commenting on...
Now, I swear you are getting more insubordinate every day.
Francesca, I realize that you're very busy, but I do have more guests arriving tonight, so I do hope you will make yourself in a place where you can hear the doorbell ring.
Oui, Madame.
Now, if there's nothing else, you may go. Oh, wait, there's the door now.
Oh, I will get the door.
Well, I'm sure that that's my son, the famed author, Walter Manchester, or my darling baby daughter. Wait, who are you?
Oh, Mother, this is our nanny, Kelly Green.
Nice to meet you, Miss Manchester.
Mother, have the rooms been prepared?
Oh, yes, of course.
Kelly, why don't you take the luggage on up to our rooms? I'm sure Francesca can show you the way.
Oui, Mademoiselle. This way?
So thank
Did I hear a doorbell?
Grandpa!
Oh, Sally, my favorite little grandchild. Oh, it is so good to see you. Now, how old are what? You've grown so much. How old are you now? Like 7, 8?
I'm 11, Grandpa.
11? Has it been that long?
Far too long, Father.
Eleanor! Oh my goodness! Look at you. You're just as beautiful as ever.
Thank you, Father.
Who is this old guy in this painting?
Sally!
Now, that is your great-grandfather, Oliver J. Manchester. Well, he's why you're here tonight. We're celebrating his 100th birthday.
100? That is old.
Oh, it sure is.
And that is one ugly painting.
Sally,
What? It's true.
why don't you go and explore the house? There is so much to see in this old manor.
Okay.
You still haven't taken down that old ugly painting?
Well, you know, this is still your grandfather's house, and we try to keep things as your and Father would have wanted them.
How is grandfather?
Oh, I'm afraid to say he's not doing very well. As a matter of fact, this may be the last birthday that we celebrate.
Oh, I am so sad to hear that. I've always loved grandfather. Here's the reason I became an actress. His fun imagination and fantastical characters led to my love for acting.
So what have you been up to lately? What kind of adventures?
Well, I have done a few commercials, and my agent got me an audition for an upcoming movie. But for now, I'm trying my hand at the stage.
Really? The stage? I love the stage. What's the name of the play?
It's called Dogs. It's the same as the Broadway show Cats, only with canines. I played the old washed up dog headed for the big pound in the sky.
Well, that sounds wonderful. But how is your husband, Anthony?
Mr. and Mrs. Manchester, I fed your grandfather, and he is dead asleep. And I hate to say it, but I must be leaving for this afternoon.
Leaving?
Oh yes, I've informed Mrs. Manchester. When I first started, we agreed that I would have today off.
Ah, well, very well.
I recognize you. You're the famed actress, aren't you?
Yes, James, this is our daughter, Eleanor Manchester.
I loved you in that movie. What was
Yes,
it?
Eleanor Manchester Adams.
Beautiful, young, amazing days, something like that. Your death scene gave me absolute chills.
You saw that?
Well, reruns, but still amazing, nonetheless.
Thank you.
I knew you were Manchester, but I didn't think you had any relation to Adam Manchester.
And I failed to tell you, this is our newly hired nurse, James Black.
Oh, nice to meet you, James.
Nice to meet you too.
Won't you go in somewhere, son?
Huh?
You told me earlier you had somewhere to be.
Oh yes, I must be going. It is great to meet you.
Please call me Eleanor.
Thank you.
So, what else has been going on?
Well, Anthony is gone.
Gone? On business?
No, just gone.
Gone? What happened?
We divorced last July.
Divorced?
I told you about it in the letter I sent with the Christmas card. Didn't you read it?
Well, I skimmed it briefly.
So what could have possibly driven you two apart?
Well, he complained I was spending too much time at rehearsal, and I complained he was spending too much time with his girlfriends. So we decided to end it.
I'm so sorry, darling.
Oh, really, it is for the best. I got the house, the car, most of the money, and Sally.
And him?
He got to run away with Valenzuela, our housekeeper.
So is that why you have the nanny?
I had to. I'm at an age now where the acting roles don't just fall in my lap anymore, and I'm doing everything I can just to pay the bills. That's why I'm so glad that we're discussing grandfather's assets being released to us now that it's his 100th birthday. Goodness. I must go check on Sally, and I may lay down before dinner tonight. What time is dinner?
It is at 8 o'clock sharp.
Which room are we in?
Fourth door to the right.
Oh, thank you. Okay, we will be down.
All right.
Exit upstage left.
I cannot believe that her husband left her.
Oh, I can't believe that she's depending on father's money. This news will devastate her.
Well, there's nothing we can do.
I will visito. Oh, bonjour, monsieur.
Walter,
Welcome, mother.
oh, it's so good to see you.
Hello, son. Carolyn.
Hello, Mr. Manchester.
Yes.
Would you like me to call you Mr. Manchester?
Oh, no, please. We're family. Just call me Dad.
Oh, okay, Dad. Hello, Mom.
Please, just call me Mrs. Manchester.
Sorry, Mrs. Manchester. Hello.
Hello, dear.
Now, may I take your goods?
Yes, please. Thank you.
Well, so, how was the drive down?
Traffic wasn't too bad, but the weather's really kicking up there.
Sure is. The radio said that this is going to be one of the worst storms that we've seen in years.
Oh, my.
Walter, look, our tour is all booked up, no pun intended. We've got TV interviews, book readings, signings, photo sessions, and I don't think we can fit you into our tour. I just don't think we can do it. Oh my, what an ugly picture of an old dude. As I was saying, I just don't think we can fit you in. What are you offering us so we will stop and tour in your city?
Who was that?
That was my publicist. I didn't want to bring her along, but we're about to go on a big tour for my new book, so I just don't really like to mix family and business, but Lucille insisted, so here she is.
Walter's book is going to be on the bestseller list within its first week of sales.
Pardon moi, are you Monsieur Walter Manchester?
I am, yes.
Francesca, this is our son, the famed author, Walter Manchester. And Walter, this is our maid, housekeeper, whatever the most popular word is currently. Francesca.
Nice to meet you.
Walter's written many famous novels. His first one was his last one was about a safari in the Serengeti.
Really?
Yes.
Well, now we are here to celebrate the 100th birthday of my grandfather. And so, of course, it was his fantastical stories that inspired a great deal of my own books.
Oh, I would love to read them sometime.
Here's a copy of his first book.
Oh,
It's one of my favorites. I have read it at least 50 times.
Merci, madame. I'll read it and give it back to you.
Oh, nonsense. You may keep it.
Oh, merci, madame.
Well, if there's nothing else, Francesca, you're free to leave. Francesca! Weren't you going to do something?
Oui, madame. Oui, madame.
That storm is getting really close.
Yes. That reminds me. I need to go out to the garden and take care of something.
Where are you going, darling?
The garden, it's just something I forgot.
That's mysterious.
Yes. Mrs. Manchester, this is quite an impressive home.
Oh, it is quite exquisite. You know that David, he lived in it, of course, for all his life, as well as grandfather, and it's been in our family for 4 generations.
Oh my. Well, it is certainly well maintained for an older home.
Oh, well, thank you, dear. We've done our best, especially after Father fell ill, trying to maintain it as he would have wanted, and really, it's just as lovely upstairs as it is here.
Oh my. Well, where will Walter and I be staying?
You are the first door on the left.
Oh, well, I'm just going to go and freshen up before dinner.
All right.
You know, you really have done a wonderful job with the Manor, Mother.
Oh, thank you, dear.
I used to love coming here to visit Grandfather and play in his study.
You know, you always were the writer, Walter. I can remember you as a little boy. You were in that study and you were writing and reading and you had all the books out in the notepads. We just knew that someday you would become a famous author.
Uncle Walter, you're here!
Sally! Hey there, sport. How's it going? How's my favorite niece?
Uncle Walt, I'm your only niece.
That's why you're my favorite.
Got any new books?
Sure do.
Have you seen this place? It's huge.
It is.
Hey, Sally.
It's settled. It's settled. I just booked 5 more stops on our tour. This is going to be the best book, and you're going to make more money on this one than any.
Thank you. Sally, that was my publicist, Lucille Lavender.
Okay. Well, Sally, how about you and I thing in the kitchen and maybe we can have a snack? Okay. Sound good? Okay. Now, whatever we do, tell your mother that we're going to snack before dinner, all right? Okay, come on. Come on, let's go.
So, Monsieur Manchester, this is quite a fascinating book.
Thank you.
Francesca.
Francesca, right, yes. Glad you enjoyed it.
The way that you write is like you're whispering the words right into my ear.
Maybe I can.
And your character, he is such a charming and rugged young fellow.
Well, you know, I've always thought that my characters have reminded me a bit of myself. They're charming, rugged, and handsome.
Oh, monsieur!
You are a lovely girl, Francesca.
Oh, you think so?
Of course I do. You know,
Walter, you're not going to believe who I just got off the phone with. It looks like we have got movie deals in the works as we speak.
That's awesome. Are you all right, Francesca?
Oui, monsieur. Now, where were we?
Where were we? Well, I think that we were just about to...
That scary cookie is the most delicious cookies.
I'm sorry, Francesca. You're all right, yes?
Well, oui, sir.
You're not hurt or anything?
No, it just seems that every time we get close, I seem to get hurt.
Merely a coincidence, I'm sure. Now, what was it you were saying about me being charming and rugged?
That your characters were so very familiar.
Oh, really? Oh, how about we get familiar? What is that?
The book looks familiar.
No?
Why don't you read some of it?
Okay. Where'd you get this?
So you have seen it before.
I don't understand. I thought I destroyed the originals. Where'd you find this?
You'd be surprised what you find when you're cleaning the study, monsieur.
Are there others?
Maybe oui, maybe not.
Where are they?
Let's just say they're in a safe place.
Why, you little...
There you are. This house is so confusing.
What'd you need, Puddin' Pie?
What's going on?
Nothing's going on.
Are you alright?
Yes, but It's just all the nostalgia from being back in the old manor, you know.
Oh, okay. I just realized I left my migraine pills in the jacket of my coat.
You did?
The pocket, yes. My
You
coat.
sure?
Yes, absolutely.
Your coat that's in this closet? Well, I'll get them for you. Here they are, sweetie.
Thank you.
Uh-huh. What are you screaming at?
Sorry to scare you folks. I was just looking for Francesca. Have either of you seen her?
Oh, yeah,
Nope.
we,
Haven't seen her at all. No maids by the name of Francesca here. Who are you looking for? There she is.
Francesca, what were you doing in the closet?
what was she doing in the closet?
Honey, don't you need to take your pills? Why don't we go upstairs? You can take them there.
No, oh no, I need some water.
Oh, you don't? They're not that big.
What? I need water.
Come on. Get up there, you. I'll be back for you later.
What did he mean by that?
Oh, I've got something really great to tell you. We can get that money a lot faster than we thought. I have something he wants, and I'm sure he's going to pay a pretty hefty sum to get it back.
Really?
So, did you do the deed?
Sure did. As soon as the nurse left, I snuck in and gave it to the old man. There was hardly any struggle.
Oh, good, good. Like tonight, we'll be out of these miserable jobs.
Look, Franny, do you think there's any way we could leave now? When I went up to the old man's room, I felt like someone else was in there and they were watching me. I think we need to get out of here now before they catch on.
I am not leaving until we squeeze some money out of that young Manchester. Just stop being so paranoid. Everything's going according to plan. Those snobby Manchesters, they don't know a thing.
Who's that?
Oh, just some more of their guests. Don't worry about it. Don't worry about it. Oh, Monsieur, Mademoiselle. Welcome.
Hello.
May I take your coat?
Yes, absolutely. Am I the first one to
Oh,
arrive?
no. Others have arrived.
Must be my brother and sister.
Oh, Juniper! I'm so glad you're here, darling. I was beginning to worry.
Oh, I'm sorry that I worried you, Mother, but I had to go to see the doctor before I left.
Oh, that's right. You went to get that news
Yes,
job,
I
darling.
did.
That's
I
lovely. Exciting. So, wait. I need to introduce you to my maid, Francesca. Francesca.
Nice to meet you.
This is our darling daughter, Juniper, and our gardener, Rusty.
Hi, Rusty.
Hello again, Miss Manchester.
So, I suppose if there's nothing else, Rusty, I have told you not to come in here with muddy shoes. Goodness, you've tracked it in again, and it's over here as well.
I apologize, Mrs. Manchester. I didn't mean to track mud in here.
It's right here by the front door.
But Mrs. Manchester, those aren't my footprints.
They aren't.
No, those are too small to be my footprints.
Besides, Rusty was not over there.
Well, if they're not your footprints, Rusty, then whose are they?
I believe they are Mademoiselle Juniper's.
Oh, my goodness. I didn't even notice that I had mud on my shoes. I must have got it coming up the driveway. You know, I'll just slip them off, put them outside, and when they dry, I'll go clean them up.
It's fine. So, I guess you may go ahead and see your way out if there's nothing else. Rusty. Okay. But did you by any chance see my husband outside?
Sorry, I haven't seen him all day. Why do you ask?
I was just wondering. He said he had some business or something.
Sorry, but I can't help you with that one.
Boy, that storm is really bad. That wind is atrocious.
Yeah, Rusty. Yes,
Yes, if there's nothing else, you may go.
I will
All
get
right,
something
ma'am.
to clean the floor, madame.
Oh, thank you, Francesca.
Come to think of it, there is something. When I was outside, I noticed that the lattice that leads up to the window of your father-in-law's room was broken.
Really? That's odd.
You know, it has to be that wind. That is just really, really bad.
Yeah, I thought that too, but then I noticed that all the plants on the ground outside of his window were damaged as well. It looked as though someone had fallen on them or stepped all over them.
How very odd.
You know, I still say it's probably that wind because really now, who would climb up a trellis to get into grandfather's room?
Yes.
To me, it looked as though someone had fallen on, had tried to climb the lattice, but when it broke, they used the flowers to break their fall.
Really? Well, like I said, who would want to climb up that silly trellis to crawl into grandfather's room?
I'm not sure, but I still don't think the storm.
Well, Rusty, if there's nothing else, you may see your way out.
Yes, ma'am.
Rusty,
Yes, ma'am.
the next time, remember, I would rather you use the employee exit.
Yes,
So
ma'am.
you do not track mud all over the floor. So, now that he's gone, you can tell me all about what's going on.
Oh, don't mind me, madame. I will be cleaning the floor.
So things are just going great.
Yeah, what's going on now? Are you having any shows?
Yes, we are getting ready to open another show, and the professor said that I could put in 3 of my paintings. Very exciting, yes.
Now, is that good then?
Oh, absolutely. The other students are only putting in 1, but my professor sees something in me, and he says that I have potential, so he's letting me put in 3 of them.
Oh, good. Now, do people buy these paintings?
Well, yes, they can.
Ah, very good. Well, I mean, what do you think some of these paintings go for?
Well, it really depends on the artist and the studio, and of course, who's buying them. But some of them can go for $1,000, and some of them up to even $100,000.
Whoa, hundreds of thousands of dollars?
Yes.
That's a lot of money for some art.
Yes, it sure is.
Wow.
What about this painting of this old guy here? Ugly painting it is.
Oh,
How much would that get?
I don't think we would ever know. I really think that that is grandfather's self-portrait, and I really think that needs to stay in the family.
Well, just say that if we did sell it, what do you think it would go for?
Mother, I just cannot believe that you're even thinking about selling that portrait.
Well, I wasn't really thinking about that. I was just wondering, not considering it.
Well, it would get it out of you.
So,
Madame, I am done cleaning the floor. Will there be any more guests coming this evening, madame?
no, as a matter of fact, Francesca, there will not be, so you're free to go.
Oh, very well. Thank you, madame.
Thank you. Juniper, please forgive me. Can we just, shove that conversation underneath the rug?
Absolutely.
Thank you. Now you get back to telling me what was going on and how you're doing in New York.
I am living my dream.
Oh, as a starving honest Indian.
Exactly.
Woo! Oh, what a storm out there. Oh my goodness.
Daddy!
Jude, no!
Good to see you, Daddy.
I am
Good
so
to see
happy
you.
you're safe.
Yes,
oh
I
my
finally
goodness.
made it. Finally made it.
I tell you, I would hate to be, I don't know, stranded out there with no gas, no cell phone reception, out in the middle of nowhere somewhere on a night like this.
What were you doing out there, darling?
Oh, just a little of this and that.
I asked Rusty where you were.
You did? What did he say?
He told me he hadn't seen you.
No. Well, I'm going to go freshen up before dinner.
He's acting a little strange. Is he okay?
I'm sure it's nothing. Don't worry. I'm gonna go check on him.
Okay, okay. See you later.
To say that dinner was served.
What are you doing with the candlestick?
Finding the candle for the dinner table?
Oh, okay.
What were you doing with the painting?
Oh, me? I was just looking at grandfather's self-portrait. It is such a beautiful picture.
It is such an ugly picture.
Really? Oh, well, I really think that I need to go find the family for dinner.
Since I will go get the candle for the candle.
Good idea. Here we are. Come right this way. Okay, Miss
Body. Anybody.
Anybody what?
No. Anybody. That's my name.
Oh, Miss Body, I see. Oh, I'm checking here. Right. So here we are, Miss Body. This is the main entrance to the manor. And as I told you before, it was built in the early 1800s. And the Manchesters have been in here, at least one of them, all of this time. Now, let's see here. Did you like the cobblestone?
Oh yes, I really did like that cobblestone driveway.
It's a very
It's
nice.
a beautiful house, beautiful.
It's a very nice place. They have a grand library here, and it has over 2,000 books. And the person that purchased this house will get all those books.
I do like a good read. Could we see that now?
Oh, of course. It's right this way. Oh, come on, Miss Buffy. All right.
There you are.
Oh, monsieur, I was just leaving.
Tell me where you found my book.
Oh, you mean your grandfather's book? You did copy it, didn't you? How you Americans say, plagiarize it?
I don't know what you're talking about. My books are all originals, okay?
Oh, sure they are. They just were not written by you.
Look, what do you want? You want money? Because I can give you money. But what are we talking? $2,000?
I don't think so.
Do you want more?
He's not for sale.
That book could ruin me if it gets out.
I will think about it.
Please, I'll do anything to get that book.
Leave me alone.
I'm not finished talking about this.
You're hurting me, monsieur. Oh, stop! Ah!
Okay, now, let's see. You know, I assumed the house would be vacant for our walkthrough.
I'm sure I heard a woman scream.
I don't think so. I think it's just the wind. You know how these old houses are.
Oh, I suppose you're right.
Now, before the storm gets any worse, let's go look at the garden. They have 10 acres, and there is a gardener that lives in the garden house. Right this way, miss. Miss Lottie. Here we go. Okay.
Now I serve thee dinner.
I'm going to tell my mom.
Please, Sally, you can't.
I need we're a real babysitter.
I am too a real babysitter.
No, you're not. You're a reporter writing a story on my mom. I saw the files in your bag.
That was nothing. You misunderstood what you saw.
And I also overheard you talking to your editor on the phone.
How did you hear that?
Well, there was a phone in just about every room in this house. You can listen in whenever someone is on the phone.
Look, Sally, I am a reporter, that is true, but when I'm not reporting, I'm also a babysitter. It just so happens this time, I'm doing both at the same time. It's true, I took this job when I saw the ad in the paper, and hoped it would lead to a big story in the test. That's what I get to your mother.
She deserves to know.
No, she doesn't. This story could be my big way. It could really mean a comeback for me and your mother. But if you tell your mother, she won't let me run the story. And both our careers could be over. Look, come into the study with me and I'll explain more.
Fine.
Enter from the stairs. Oh, it is so nice to see you, Jennifer. How are things going?
Oh, they're going just fine.
I can't believe we haven't seen each other since you moved to New York.
Well, you know, things get busy.
Oh, I know how that is. I'm so busy with my acting that I had to take on a nanny to be there for Sally because I rarely have time for her anymore. Ever since Anthony left me, nothing's the same. My love life, my family, my career are all changing for the worse. But I am so glad to hear things are going well for you. I bet you've been living it up in New York and been seeing all the sights and been to some fabulous soirees.
Well, Eleanor, not really. I dropped out of school and I lost my scholarship. And I'm working 3 jobs just to make ends meet. I just don't think I'm going to make it in New York.
But the last time we talked, you were enjoying school.
I was. Well, I am. It's just that I'm an artist and I have my own style. Not the way the professor wants me to do his style. Unfortunately, people don't seem to like my style. Anyway, about 6 months ago, we had this huge fight. And I walked out and I dropped out and I never went back.
How have Mother and Father not found out about this yet?
Oh, you know how they know what's going on with us.
True.
You know, I really, really hope that tonight, at this celebration and the family gathering, that there is some money involved with grandfather's estate that we're going to be able to get. You know, I could just kill for that money.
Not if I kill for it first. Let's go sit for dinner.
Yes, let's do.
Exit to the kitchen.
Well, that is quite lovely, and I'm sure in the daytime the gardens are quite a delight.
Oh, they're just gorgeous. And if you're upstairs and you look down on the gardens, they're even prettier. Now, would you like to go up there now?
Well, yes, that would be wonderful.
There
Yes,
are
let's-
6 rooms up there.
Yes.
And there's a stairway, of course, but they also have an elevator. Oh, would you like to take that?
Yes,
We'll
that
look
would
at
be
the
nice.
gardens
That would be
together.
nice.
Okay.
See, see, Sally, that's why you can't tell your mother.
Fine. I'll keep it quiet for now. But when we're moving, I'll expose you to everyone. I'm hungry. Let's go sit for dinner. Hello? Anybody home? Hello?
Nancy, you can't just walk
Oh, Prudence, would you calm down? There's nothing to worry about. You're such a worrywart.
If there's nothing to worry about, and if nobody's here, then why is the front door unlocked?
Sluck. Now, all we have to do is find a phone so we can call my dad and get out of here.
I don't feel right about this.
What's the worst that could happen?
Oh, there's a number of possibilities. Most end up with us in prison or dead.
Yes, but the other possibility ends up with us at the Justin Timberlake concert. Now that is a risk I'm willing to take. Ugh, that is one ugly painting.
Ugly? I think it's kind of creepy, just like this whole house.
Ah! Prudence, would you quit acting like a baby? There's nothing scary in this house.
Ah! I thought you said you weren't scared.
Let's just find that phone and get out of here.
Oh.
Maybe it's this way.
Look, I don't know what you want, but I can't have that book going public. I don't know how to keep it quiet, so for now, this is the only way I know how to do it.
Okay, now we can just get his wheelchair and fit through the elevator door.
Almost there. Ah!
Okay, just be careful. He's nearly 100 years old and extremely fragile. Almost there. Good. Okay. Oh, yes.
That wore me out, darling.
I think this will be good for Father. He hardly ever gets out of his room, and I think it will be nice for him to, well, have a chance to see all the children and have some cake and, punch.
I just wish he was more awake for the celebration.
Yes. Huh. Well, he's sleeping so soundly that one might think he's actually dead. Wait, you don't think he's...
Is he? I don't feel a pulse.
I don't hear a heartbeat.
He's dead!
Oh, how could this have happened? This is too soon. Oh.
How could he have died before we got the money?
Oh my goodness. How could this have happened? I mean, I know he's old, but I mean, the doctor he was here for a checkup last week and said he had at least another year in him. I mean, he looked fine this morning.
What do I hear? How could this have happened?
So, did Nurse Black give him all the pills, his daily pills?
Actually, it wasn't Nurse Black that gave him the pills. Nurse Black had to take the night off, and I had to give him his medications.
Well, did you give him all the right pills?
Yeah. Maybe. I don't know.
What do you mean you don't know? How could you not know? I mean, oh, geez. So, oh my gosh, the children are here to celebrate his birthday. His children are here to celebrate his birthday, and now we're going to have to tell them that there's no money, and that the estate will have to go to the bank, and we are murderers.
Oh, we have to cover this up. At least for a little while, we have to cover up.
Well, how are we going to cover this up?
Well, he's always out of it whenever he takes his sleeping pill, so we go on with the celebration as planned. And then later, we ditch the body, and we sell all the property, and we tell the police that he's missing.
Okay.
And by that time, all the things are sold.
Okay, but then what happens when they find him?
Well, once the police find him, we just act deliriously relieved, and we just tell him that he's went off on one of his crazy fits, and that we're just incredibly relieved that he's back. But by that time, the will turns over to the bank, and but all the property's already been sold, so there's nothing for anyone to take, and we're rich once again.
So, did you just think that up on the spot, or have you been thinking this through a time or two before?
Well, it doesn't matter. We just need to get going. Come on, we've got a party to attend to.
I'm sorry. When I get upset or nervous, I have to go. I'll be right back. Don't worry. There has to be a bathroom around here somewhere. Come on. Oh my goodness. I'm so sorry. Are you all right? Hello? Here, let me help you up just a little further. There you go. Gosh, your skin's like ice. Here, this blanket ought to warm you up. Hello? Hello? Oh, you're not cold, heavy, you're... Nancy! Nancy!
All right. Now just stay in there until I can find that book.
There you are, sweetie. We've been looking all over for you. We have good news.
Oh, can it wait? Maybe till after dinner?
But what do you mean? Are you okay? Is something wrong?
It's nothing.
Well, whatever it is, you better get over it. Because we've got a 60-city book tour, and there's movie deals coming up, and you need to be ready for it. And
that's nice.
Nice?
What do you mean that's nice? Now I know something is wrong. I mean, this is what you have worked for your entire life. And now you're acting like it's just no big deal.
Well, it's not going to be a big deal if I can't find that book.
What book?
This new book. It's not mine.
What do you mean it's not yours?
It's my grandfather's.
You mean Oliver J. Manchester, the man in the painting?
Yeah, that's the one. You see, I used to write in this study, and it helped me clear my head. And one day while I was in there, I was experiencing a little bit of writer's block. So I decided to get up and explore a little bit. And I came across this hidden shelf. And on the shelf, there were a bunch of these books that Grandfather wrote in his younger days. So I started to read them. They were really good. So I just started copying them down because I couldn't think of anything else to write. And next thing you know, that first book was published and the deals just started rolling.
You mean that all of the books that you have written are plagiarized?
Yes.
No, he's a star, regardless of who wrote those words. He is a star. Those books belong to him.
How can you say that? He's a fake.
And as long as the people believe they're his, the more money he's going to make.
What do we do now?
That's the thing.
I don't know. I just after I wrote the second book, copied the second book, I started to realize that somebody else could, come across that shelf too, and then my secret would be exposed. So after I copied them down, I destroyed the originals, but I could never find that first book. I tore the study apart, but it wasn't there. So I lost it until tonight.
Tonight?
Tonight?
Mm-hmm. That maid came across it and threatened to blackmail me. I said that she would go to the press if I didn't give her a large amount of money.
Where is she now?
In the closet. You know, I thought that I just needed to keep her quiet, you know? So I tied her up and I threw her in there so I could find that book. Then I would let her go.
Well, she's not in here now.
What?
She's not in here.
She was tied up. Where'd she go?
She must have escaped.
We're just gonna have to find her then.
What are you going to do with... You're not going to shoot her, are you?
No, honey, no. This gun's for decor. I'm just gonna scare her. It's not loaded.
Okay. You just be careful with that thing.
I will.
I wonder where she is. What happened?
I don't know. I got scared and I dropped the gun.
Is someone shot?
No, I'm fine. But Carolyn, are you okay?
Dead.
What?
Dead.
You're not dead. You're right there.
Grandfather. Dead.
No, honey, he's not dead yet.
Shot.
We're here to celebrate his birthday. What are you talking about?
Shot. Dead.
Oh no.
Oh yes.
I killed my grandfather? I killed my grandfather. What are we gonna do?
I don't know. Lucille.
Well, you could probably just put him in the closet. Maybe he'll disappear too.
There is a dead body, and my husband is the murderer. It is no time for jokes.
It's not a joke, honey. Could actually work.
Really?
Well,
Put him in the closet.
well, yeah. I mean, we gotta try. All right, let's get him in there. Help me.
Okay.
Jesus.
Oh, there we go. Ah,
It's dead weight, can we say?
got him?
Maybe.
Okay, on the blanket. There we go. Okay, closet door ready?
There we go.
There we go. Ah. Can you move? Okay, all right, there we go.
Hold his legs.
Got it. Okay, let's get him in there. Oh, no.
Oh, damn it. He's not gonna fit.
Well, we gotta hurry. Somebody will be here any minute now.
What do we do?
Oh,
let's get him outside.
Okay.
no, Dad,
Close the door. Okay. Here. Here we go.
Now just drag him out.
there. You see? There's nobody in here.
I'm telling you, Nancy, I know what I saw, and what I saw was a dead body.
Where?
Where'd he go? He was right here. And he had a wheelchair and a blanket. Don't look at me like that.
Prudence. It's perfectly normal for your imagination to play tricks on you. I mean, it makes sense. It's a creepy night, a creepy house, and your mind's just playing tricks.
But I know that he was real. I touched him and his cold, dead skin.
Well, he's not here now.
Can we just please go?
No, my dad said the roads are all flooded over and we won't be able to get a tow truck for hours. We might have to spend the night here.
Here? We might have to spend the night here with the dead guy?
There is no dead guy. Now, would you come upstairs with me and look to see if there are any rooms?
I can't.
Okay, fine. You can just stay down here. Maybe that dead guy will come back. Oh, maybe this time it'll just be his ghost. Boo.
All right, I'm coming.
The coast is clear. Come on. Coast is clear.
You should fit now that we ditched that wheelchair. Yeah, can we throw that in? Okay, here we go. Open the door.
There you go.
Okay, he'll fit now. We got this. Oh yeah, he did it.
We did it. Oh my God. Now you can stay hidden for a while, right, Walter?
Walter? Oh no. Ah!
She left me in a closet with my dead grandfather.
I'm sorry.
Well, if you think about it, it's your own fault. If you hadn't shot him and killed him, you wouldn't have been in the closet with your dead grandfather.
Oh, thanks, Lucille.
So, have we got everything?
In the library.
Bit of cake.
Oh, yes. There we go. A beautiful 100th birthday cake.
And we certainly need a party hat for this momentous occasion. Let's try this here. Thank you, darling. Okay. And how about a blower? No party is complete without one.
Well, how does he look?
About the same. Except he has a party hat and a blower.
I don't think this is going to work.
It has to work, at least for a little while. So come on, we've got to get in the kitchen and get this done with Olga and the decor.
Well, we can't move him now. They've already seen him. I wonder where he went.
They didn't even notice he was dead. Maybe we can just pass it off that he's just sitting here.
All right, yeah.
Good idea.
Let's go look for the book.
Let's go look for the book.
Where is he? I'll let him know
And then
not to mess with my girl.
He tied me up, threw me into the closet. It's a good thing I knew about the secret passage, so I came out and found you.
I'll teach him a lesson.
We don't need any more trouble. We just need to find that book. And then now that you got the paper signed, that book is going to be our fortune. Then we can start this marriage off right.
God, I love you, Franny. Let's just hurry this up and get out of here. Golly, I'm so sorry, Mr. Manchester, sir. Are you okay?
Hey,
What?
he's dead.
What did you just say?
He's dead. And you killed him.
It was an accident. You startled me. I turned and accidentally bashed you with my shovel.
Well, he's a goner for sure. And you're to blame. What? Oh. We need to ditch the body.
Fine. Why? What do you mean, why?
Well, they're never going to believe that he signed your papers and then you killed him. They're going to think that you killed him because he didn't sign those papers. And You know, if we don't ditch this body, we're in trouble for sure.
Fine. Where do we put him?
In the closet, Then later on, we'll sneak in through the secret passage and get him out.
Fine.
Okay, all right, let's...
Oh God, that storm's awful. Barely got a mile down the road before I had to come back down. All the passageways are flooded out. How are you, Francesca?
Oh, très magnifique, Monsieur James.
And you, Mr. Manchester?
I'm fine, James. I'm happy to be 100. It's like I'm back in the Serengeti and things like that.
Are you sure? You kind of sound off.
Oh, he's okay. He's just excited. Do you know how he gets?
Yes, well, I'll be going up to get ready for the festivities. You don't think they'll mind me crashing the...
Oh, no, not at all. The more the merrier.
I suppose you're right.
Come on. Get him in that closet. Let's go. There. Later on, we'll get him from the outside to the secret passage and we'll drag him out. Now hurry up, we gotta clean up the crime scene.
Got it.
What is going on? Where is Walter and the others? I thought they'd be down for dinner already.
More importantly, where's my father?
You see,
we can explain, I don't know where he is.
Have either of you two seen my father this evening?
No, we haven't seen
Well, he was here just a minute ago.
maybe he walked out into the garden.
I doubt he was doing any walking anywhere.
What happened to the cake?
I got really hungry.
Well, it's not in there. Look somewhere else. You! Me?
You!
Ma!
You!
So you see, Prudence, there's really nothing to worry about.
Who are you two? Oh no.
We can explain.
What were you doing upstairs?
Well, we can explain. You see,
Now tell them, Nancy. Are we going to eat or not? You said dinner would be promptly at 8 p.m.
Who are they?
That's what we were just wondering.
Hey, the food's getting cold, folks.
Well, you see, the truth is... hello?
And back here, we'll go to the kitchen. What? I thought we would be here alone and that Manor would be vacant.
What do you mean vacant?
It means that there would be no one here.
I know what vacant means. I mean, why would you have been told that?
Or better yet,
Who are you?
Seems like the festivities have already started.
I thought I gave you the night off, James.
Oh, you did, but the storm drew out, so I came back to help with the celebration.
Wait.
Huh?
Nancy, that's the dead guy I was telling you about.
He's dead, all right.
What?
Well, how did he die?
It appears he's been poisoned, shot, and hit in the head with a shovel. Oh, so you mean he's been murdered?
How mysterious.
It is mysterious.
A mysterious murder.
It is a mysterious murder.
The mysterious murder at Manchester Manor.
As the body lay dead on the floor, Prudence made a call to the police and searched for help.
Did you say a murder at Manchester Manor?
That's correct. A mysterious murder at Manchester Manor.
And who's been murdered?
Hold please. Who's the dead guy?
That would be my father, Oliver J. Manchester.
It's Oliver J. Manchester.
And how was he murdered?
Well, as far as we know, he's either been poisoned, shot, or hit with a shovel.
So you're not really sure?
Well, not really, no.
And the murder's someone in the house?
I guess so. I don't really know.
Hold, please.
Prue, what's going on?
Well, they have me on hold.
The police can't put you on hold.
They just did. They also said that the murder is probably someone in this house.
What?
Ma'am, are you still there?
Yes, I'm still here.
I understand there's been a murder. You all might be in danger, so we're doing the best we can to get an investigator out there to see you. Right now, though, all the roads that lead to the manor are closed or flooded out due to the storm. You're just gonna have to hold tight out there.
What? You can't be serious.
I am serious. Sorry and good luck, ma'am.
Hello? Hello? What's going on? Well, apparently they can't send an officer out here because of the storm, so we're just gonna have to hold tight.
What do you mean, hold tight?
There was a murderer in this house, and anybody could be the murderer.
Oh, I swear I'm innocent. I didn't even know that man.
They said anybody, not anybody. Who's going to solve this murder here?
We are! Who are you and me, Prue? Allow me to introduce ourselves. I am Nancy Waters, and this is Prudence Peterson.
Prue for short.
And we are Nancy Prue, private detectives. Yes, I have business cards. My dad helped me make them. They're written in Verdana. I thought it looked more professional that way. You see, just like it says on our business cards, there isn't a mystery we can't solve.
It says so right here on this card.
And this mystery is going to be no exception.
Nancy, come here. Let me have a conversation with you. What do you think that you're doing?
What?
We can't possibly solve this mystery.
Well, why can't we? We always solve mysteries. We always cracked the case in the past. Why shouldn't we be the ones that solve this one?
Because this one involves a dead guy with a murderer still in this house.
So? Guys, what do you want me to do about that? You said yourself we can't leave this house. I figure as long as we're trapped here, we may as well figure out who done it. Oh, come on. If we solve this case, it'll make us official detectives.
Fine, but as soon as those roads are clear, I'm getting out of here and making a trip on it.
I'll make you a deal. If we don't have this mystery solved by the time the roads are clear, I'll call the case off and you and I can make it to that concert together. Deal?
Deal. All right, folks, it looks like Nancy Prue are on the case.
Okay, wait a minute. How are two teenage girls gonna solve a murder?
Well, who better than two teenage girls? It looks to me like they know exactly what they're doing.
What are you doing?
What are you thinking? You're the murderer. Who better to convince than two teenage girls rather than the police?
I'm sorry, what I meant to say was, let's give them a chance.
All right. First, we need to establish who everyone is, what relationship they had to the deceased, and what they were doing here tonight. Then, we can go over the evidence, and we can begin interrogating suspects to find the motive.
They sound like they knew what they were doing.
You better hope it's just talk.
Prudence, take notes.
On it.
All right.
Why do you always have to do this every time that we solve a case?
You know I love it. Nancy Prue are officially on the case. Time for us to start investigating. Thank you.
Where did you get that outfit?
The closet.
Yes, I know, but how did you know it was in there?
Well, every investigative detective needs a wonderful outfit. And this is a murder mystery, and I am the investigative detective. Am I not?
Well, yes, but how did you figure it was in there?
Well, where else is it supposed to be but in the closet? So can I get on with it?
Oh, be my guest.
All right. So we need to begin by establishing who's who. Let's start with you two. Who are you and what are you doing here tonight?
Well, I am David Manchester, and this is my beautiful wife, Susan. And we have been taking care of this place for my father, Oliver J. Manchester, since he took ill a while ago.
And we were getting ready for his 100th birthday celebration. He'll be turning 100 at the end of the week.
Yes.
Would have been.
Yeah. So that's why most of us are here. What my children, Walter, Eleanor, and Juniper, are here to celebrate.
Yes, that's correct. I am Eleanor Manchester Adams, the famed actress. I'm sure you've seen some of my work on the television or the big screen.
Oh, I knew you looked familiar.
I get that all the time. Would you like an autograph?
Of course. My mother will be so pleased. She always loved watching you on TV.
Well, anyways, we are here to celebrate Grandfather's birthday, and I brought my daughter Sally and our nanny Kelly with me.
And your husband?
Oh, sadly we are separated. That's another reason why we're here tonight. I was hoping we would be discussing Grandfather's will this evening.
His will?
Uh-huh. There was a clause in his will that said that when he turned 100, his estate would be released to us whether or not he was still alive.
Prudence, make a note of that.
Grandfather's will. Got it.
And you are?
I'm Walter Manchester.
Famous author. Here, have a copy of his book.
Thanks. Neat.
This is my wife, Carolyn. My publicist, Lucille.
Oh, your publicist? Why would you bring your publicist with you to your grandfather's 100th birthday celebration?
I wouldn't let him come. I refuse to let him come by himself. We've already late on getting onto our 60-city tour, and I just want to make sure we get out of here tomorrow afternoon. We're heading to New York.
All right. And that would leave you as Juniper Manchester.
That's correct.
What do you do for a living?
I'm a student at NYU.
What kind of art do you do?
Juniper here is a painter. And she was just telling me tonight that she is going to have some of her paintings shown in a gallery.
Is this true?
Yes, it is.
Did you paint that picture above the mantle?
Oh no, that is my grandfather's self-portrait. But I like to think that I did get my talent from him.
Well, yes, my father was a well-rounded individual. He was not only a wealthy businessman, but a talented artist, actor, and writer.
Just like our children.
Well, with all that he did, it sounds like he was pretty busy. Wouldn't have had much time for you. Was your father around much when you were growing up, Mr. Manchester?
Oh, yes. You see, he was a very busy man, but he always made time for his family. Why, he was loved by all of his family and friends.
Well, not all of his family and friends.
What do you mean?
Well, he wouldn't be lying dead on the floor if he was loved by everybody, now would he?
Well, maybe the person that killed him didn't mean to do it. Maybe it was an accident.
That could very well be the case. However, an accidental murder is still a murder. And the fact that somebody went through the trouble of stuffing the body in the closet makes me think they had something to hide. Now, who are the rest of you?
Well, you're the one that found the body. Who are you?
Oh, I'm James Black. I'm was his stay-in nurse.
If you are his nurse, then why were you not here caring for him this evening?
Well, you see, I left early for a concert. Justin Timberlake.
We were on our way to go see that same one, except our car broke down. Yeah. It's so dreamy.
So dreamy.
He's pretty cool.
Car is closed. The road was closed.
Yes, the road was closed when I got down there, so I had to come back.
Okay, so we've established who you are, and you would be...
I am Rusty. I'm the gardener and groundskeeper for the manor. My family has been caring for this manor for 3 generations. I have a house on the grounds.
And I am Francesca.
Let me guess, the maid?
Oh, how did you know?
Well, the outfit is a pretty dead giveaway.
All right.
And I am Olga. I cook, that is all.
Does anyone find her incredibly creepy?
Yes!
All right.
Dropped my bell.
Well, so we've got the dead guy, his family, and his servants. So that leaves you two.
I am Valerie Fitzgerald, real estate agent, and I am here to show the house to Miss Body.
So you must be Miss Annie Body.
Yes.
All right.
This is my name, Annie Body.
Huh. Intuition.
What do you mean you were showing the house?
It's exactly as it sounds. I was showing the house to Miss Body who might be interested in purchasing it. What?
I haven't completely made up my mind yet.
Oh, there has to be a mistake. This house isn't for sale.
Actually, it is.
What?
Yes, we're going to sell the manor and everything in it.
Why?
Well, we're broke. The money is gone.
All of it. Every penny.
So you're just gonna sell it to anybody?
I haven't made up my mind yet.
Well, you see, what it is when we took this over, your grandfather was a very wealthy man. Yes, it's true. But at some point during his life, he hid the money somewhere unknown to anyone but him.
You mean the myth of the Manchester treasure?
Yes, your mother and I have been trying to keep up with all of your grandfather's businesses and charities and upkeeping the house, and while we've been trying to care for him. But without the help of the riches, it ends up that we ended up owing the bank and several other people a lot of money. So once this gets out, the will and the estate and everything with it will go to the bank.
That's terrible.
You're getting rid of all of it?
You mean we're going to be poor?
And poor Oliver, he passed away before we could do anything about it, before we could sell any of the property. And now all of that's going to have to be turned over to the bank, so...
Which would give you a perfect motive for hiding the body.
It sounds like you think that we had something to do with it.
Oh no, I don't think that. I'm just suggesting the possibility. After all, anybody could be the murderer.
I tell you, I'm innocent.
She meant anyone here, not you, Miss Annie Body.
Oh, right. As I was saying, anybody could be the murderer, not you. So, we intend to figure out who the murderer is. We will now ask you all to go upstairs so that we may properly investigate the crime scene. We will call you down if we have any further questions. I would say make sure you don't leave this house. But I don't think you really have a choice.
Do you have any idea what you're doing?
Not a clue. Isn't it great?
Oh, boy.
Oh, Mr. Black, could you stay and provide a medical diagnosis of the body?
Oh, sure. Yeah, he's dead.
All right, very good. Can't go around accusing people of murder before we know that the body's dead, after all. So you say that you just arrived here, went to put your coat up, and that's when the body fell out?
Yes, if I'm correct, you both actually saw it.
With such a large house, why would anyone want to hide a body in a closet? I mean, I'm sure there's multiple places to put something.
Maybe he was just murdered close to the closet.
Or maybe the murderer wanted to hide him in the closet so they could make it look like they discovered the body.
But I discovered the body.
Exactly, Mr. James Black. If that even is your real name. Maybe you were tired of caring for this decrepit old man, so you killed him and stuffed his body in the closet, only to go back upstairs and make it look like you just stumbled upon it to make us believe you were innocent.
But I am innocent. Like I said, I quite enjoy this job. He was quite kind when he wasn't going bonkers. And anyway, I wouldn't even be here if it wasn't for the roads. Also, when I left, he was alive. And when I came back, he was alive.
He was?
Well, I believe you're innocent, James.
You do?
Yeah, his alibi seems solid, and also, I might have found a clue that leads us directly to the murder, and it isn't James.
What'd you find?
It was at the bottom of the closet where the body was found dead.
All right, but what does a book have to do with the murder?
Look inside and see who the author is.
Oliver J. Manchester! Okay, so what? Yeah, the old man wrote a book. What does that have to do with him lying dead on the floor?
Well, as I started to read that one book that Carolyn Manchester gave me, I got a feeling that I'd read it before. And I had. You see, basically it's the same thing.
You mean he plagiarized the book?
It certainly looks that way.
Well, that's a perfect motive for murder. I think it's time that we talk to this Walter. Mr. James Black, we have finished with you. Do you think you could go find Walter for us and let him know that we need to speak with him?
Oh, sure. Walter!
So, do you think that he could actually do the one?
Quite possible. Huh. But the question is how?
What do you mean, how?
Well, the old man was poisoned, shot, and hit in the head with a shovel, but only one of those things could have killed him.
Well, do you know which one?
I have my suspicions. I think that there were several people who wanted the old man dead, and that's why so many attempts were made tonight.
Wanted to see us?
We just wanted to see you, Walter.
Well, we're his alibi.
And
So,
you can't
you know,
interview him without his publicist.
This is not an interview, it's an interrogation. And besides, we aren't going to accuse you of anything. We just wanted to ask you a few simple questions. Questions such as...
where do you get the inspiration to write your books, Walter?
They just come to me.
Oh, really? And your books have been rather successful, have they not?
Extremely successful. He's at the top of the bestsellers list.
So, it would be horrible if the news got out. Then you're not really a writer, but instead, a plagiarist. Huh? Ha! Ha!
What are you talking about?
Well, we found the copy of your grandfather's book at the bottom of the closet, where he was found dead.
I think that your grandfather was threatening to go to the presses, so you killed him. And with the help of these other two, you stuffed his body in the closet so you could dispose of it later.
How absurd.
It's preposterous.
All right, I did it. I'm the one. I killed him.
Walter!
I'm sorry. Oh, I just couldn't contain it. too much stress. But it was an accident.
An accident?
Yes.
Yes.
I didn't mean to kill him. It just happened.
Walter's telling the truth. We were with him the whole time.
I think. Walter, do you think you could show us how this murder took place?
You want me to kill my grandfather again?
Don't be ridiculous! No, that would involve tampering with evidence. No, we want you to reenact the crime. However, we will need another Oliver. Prudence, darling.
No thanks. I'd rather not die today.
No, you're right. We need somebody that's old, creepy, looks like they could already be dead.
Olga.
But do you think we could have your services in a little reenactment we're performing?
You want me to be actress?
And
Well, yeah.
yes.
Well, I've always wanted to be actress, ever since my mother, God rest her soul, took me to see the play as a little girl. It would be my pleasure.
Wonderful.
What do I do?
Well, you're just going to have to act dead. We can do the rest.
I will get the wheelchair.
All right, Walter, so you say that this murder was an accident.
Yeah. Okay. So, it wasn't my grandfather who was threatening me. It was that maid, Francesca. I was telling the girls about it when I pulled the gun off the wall like this, and I joked about threatening her back.
And that's when I said you need to be careful.
And the thunder went off and the lights flashed, and in my fright I dropped the gun and it fired like that, only it was loaded. So, you see?
And I said, is anyone shot?
And we tried to get him into the closet, you know, like this.
But he was slumped in the chair.
Slumped in the chair. All right, good job.
Okay. So we picked him up and we wheeled him over to the closet. But it wouldn't fit.
So I said we need to hurry. Somebody might be coming soon. And we took him outside.
Are you getting all of this, Prudence?
Yes.
Here inside.
Coast is clear, is what I said when we brought him back.
And we brought him over. Put him in the closet.
Well,
There.
now he'll be hidden for a while.
And that's when we realized that we had left Walter in the closet. So I opened the door. Oh, God! He's cute.
So we put him on the couch. And that's where we left him. So, somebody else had to put him in the closet.
So, case closed?
Not exactly.
What do you mean?
Well, you did shoot your grandfather, that is true.
I did.
But he was dead when you shot him.
He was?
Yes, he was.
Then who did?
And who put him in the closet?
Well, we got him out here, and this is where we left him. So somebody else had to put him in the closet.
All right, I think we are done with you. You three are free to go back upstairs. We'll call you if we need you again.
So, do you know who did it now?
I don't know who did it, but I have my suspicions. I think it may have something to do with that maid in the garden. I found something in the study earlier that I think could help me with the investigation. Could you go upstairs and grab those two while I get it?
Sure thing.
Olga, we have finished with you. You're free to go back. We'll call you if we need you again.
Right, all right.
What you writing?
So, you scare me.
So, what are you writing in that notepad of yours?
I'm doing some investigating for myself.
What do you have so far?
Based on the evidence I gathered, I think I know who the murderer is.
Who?
Well, like all great murder mysteries, I believe the butler did it.
We don't have a butler in this play.
You don't?
Nope.
Are you sure?
Yep.
Then I've got nothing.
Let's go see if there are any cookies in the kitchen, and we can try again.
Fine.
Well, you couldn't possibly think that we had anything to do with killing old man Manchester, do you, mademoiselle?
Well, at this point, I don't really know what to think, so just wait here and I'll go get Nancy.
See, they have no idea. And besides, we don't have a motive for killing the old man.
You think they know it's us, Granny?
That's exactly what I was asking.
What?
What?
What motive could you two possibly have for murdering old man Manchester? With him out of the picture, you would be out of a job. Or would you? Isn't it true, Rusty, that your grandfather signed a contract to the grandfather of Oliver J. Manchester, stating that you would stay here and serve the rest of your life as his gardener, living on the grounds? A contract that was signed by his grandfather to yours?
What are you talking about?
That's why your family has been tending to the grounds for 3 generations, is it not?
It's true. I have been forced by that contract to work here my entire life. My family owes the Manchesters a great deal of money, and we've been working to pay it off for many years.
What does that have to do with Rusty killing Mr. Manchester?
You mean Monsieur Manchester?
What?
Well, you're French, right? So wouldn't you say Monsieur?
Zippity tongue?
Or maybe you aren't French. Or a maid.
What are you saying?
Maybe you're really Francine Milner, an ex-con who served time for fraud and identity theft. And that is the truth, my dear.
That's ridiculous.
That is the truth. I found your file tucked away in the study, along with a marriage certificate to one Rusty Nail. What? I knew it. I think you two had the motive for murder, and you were almost going to get away with it. You needed to have old man Manchester out of the way so that you could finally forge his signature on those papers and get married, and then you could run away and live your life together, free to be happy with the fortune that you got from blackmailing Walter Manchester.
Why, you little...
Stop! Okay, I confess. I killed him, and we tried to hide the body because we thought no one would believe Mr. Manchester signed my papers releasing me from my position. I never meant to hurt him. Mr. Manchester was a good man and a great role model.
He's right. It was an accident.
Here we go again.
Oh, Olga!
What?
We will require your acting services once again.
Oh, goody.
Please have a seat on the couch.
Yes.
All right, Rusty, could you show us how it happened?
Well, sure thing. I went and got Rusty so that he could give Walter a thing or two for tying me up in the closet. So we came in here with his shovel.
Where is he? I'll show that guy a thing or two.
Well, then lightning and thunder struck and the lights went out and Rusty got kind of scared.
Exactly. On my fright, I turned and accidentally struck old man Manchester on the head with a shovel. And his face fell into the cave like this.
Oh.
And then we tried to clean him up, but then James walked in. We tried to take him to the closet, but then James walked in, and I had to pretend to be old man Manchester.
And how did you do that?
I'm Mr. Manchester. I'm still alive and just sitting on the sofa. Don't worry about the cake all over my face and stuff like that.
Oh.
Well, so then we picked him up and we took him into the closet. There, you see? You know the rest.
You see, we didn't mean to kill him.
No.
Oh, and you didn't.
We
What?
did?
You mean we're not the murderers?
No, he was already dead when you struck him, Rusty.
What?
But do answer me one thing.
What?
What?
Why did you hide him in the closet? What was your plan from there?
Well, in the closet, there's a secret passage that leads to the outside. So our plan was to go in from the outside, drag him out through the secret passage, and no one would know what was going on.
So, a secret door?
Yes, yes.
Thank you, Olga.
You're welcome.
So, secret passage?
Yes, yes, it's right in there.
Well, I believe that's all we need from the two of you. You are free to go. We'll call you if we need you.
Oh.
Prudence?
Oh, no.
Do you want to investigate this secret passage?
No, thanks. I'm good.
All right, fine. You can just stay here in the house with the murderer.
I'm right behind you.
Seven, 5, 3, 6, 1, 4, 9, 8, 1. Got it.
Seems the storm's starting to let up. Maybe we can go to the concert after all.
Well, that's all the more reason for us to solve this case quickly.
All right. So we know that Walter shot the old man, but that didn't kill him. And we know that Rusty hit the old man with a shovel, but that didn't kill him. And that leaves poison, but James couldn't have done it because he was off at a concert. So who did it?
That leaves the only two people who are here to take care of him in James's absence.
And who is that? Joe Biden?
The man and lady of the house. Mr. and Mrs. Manchester.
Yes?
That was strange.
We're sorry to barge in on your investigation, girls, but
We have something we need to confess. You see, we are the murderers.
No!
Yes.
No!
Yes.
No!
Prudence, would you let him explain?
Sorry, continue.
Well, it's my fault, really. You see, I had given James the night off, and so it was up to me to administer his medications, and I thought I wrote them down correctly, and I guess I hadn't, so
I poisoned him.
You see, we really loved Father, and we didn't want to kill him. As a matter of fact, killing him didn't help us at all. We didn't have a chance to sell off the property or the items within the house to have any money to get away from the banks with.
Well, don't worry. You didn't kill him.
What?
But you said the old man was shot, poisoned, and hit with a shovel.
Oh yes, and all three of those things did happen to the poor unfortunate soul. But none of those things are the ones that killed him. In fact, he was dead when you gave him his pills this evening.
He was?
Yes, they're all still in his mouth because he wasn't alive.
Well, he did seem rather out of it, but I just figured that James had given him his sleeping pill.
Oliver J. Manchester was killed earlier this evening. He was strangled to death.
But why didn't you say that earlier?
Well, I didn't want the murderer to think that we were on to them. They needed to think they were going to get away with the murder.
Well, who do you think it was then?
That's the one part I haven't been able to figure out yet. But I do believe there is a clue that will lead to it. The will. I hope you don't mind, but while I was in the study, I took the liberty of making a copy of your father's will. Would you happen to have another copy you could show us anywhere?
Of course, I have a copy locked up in the safe upstairs.
Would you share it with us?
Of course, right this way.
I'll take the elevator.
I simply can't spend any more time in this house.
Well, wouldn't you even consider buying this property?
Are you kidding me? There is a dead man laying on the floor.
But he would be gone. And he wouldn't be here then, and I would take off $10,000.
I will not live in a house where someone was murdered.
Oh, well, just consider it.
No.
Wait, oh, I'm sorry. Oh, no, I'm so sorry. Oh, I spilled your purse. Oh, no, let me help you pick it up. Okay.
It's all right. It's quite all right. But I'm leaving.
Well, you know I have several other listings.
Oh, well, I'm sure you do.
Come on, I'll go show you. I just don't get it. I'm sure I have the numbers right. Let me check. I just don't get it. I have all the numbers right.
Well, you see, everything is the same except for one thing. Here, our wills are different. It's the possessions that are assigned to the children. My will and your will are different. When was your will last adjusted?
It would have been last year, about the time that we made the change to have the assets released on his 100th birthday.
And mine was adjusted just last week. That means whoever knew about the will really wanted the possessions that are assigned to them. But the question is, what could they have wanted?
Oh, we're right there. Hands in the air. Nobody move.
Officers, I can explain everything.
We are not the murderers.
Keep your gun on. We were told that there was a murder in this house.
Well, yes, but you see, we're not the ones. I'm the one that called you earlier. Prudence Peterson?
We've been investigating the murders, and we're close to figuring out who did it.
You?
Yes, if you would just let us explain.
Fine, start talking.
Can we put our arms down now?
Yeah.
Thank you.
And who are you?
We are Nancy Prue Private Detectives.
And we are Mr. and Mrs. Manchester. This is our home.
Who's the dead guy laying on the floor?
That would be my father, Oliver J. Manchester.
Check the body.
He's buzzard bait, sir.
So, you say you know who did this?
Well, not quite. We're very close to figuring it out, but we haven't quite cracked the case yet.
What's going on down here? I heard a lot of racket.
Did we figure out who the murderer is yet?
The police?
What's all the noise?
Everyone just remain calm. We're here to investigate a murder in this house, and you're all suspects.
Not again.
I'm sorry, everyone, but we weren't able to solve the case.
It's okay, Nancy. We can't solve them all.
I guess you're right. Guess we'll have to change the saying on our business cards. The case is all yours now, investigator.
I'm sorry, I didn't mean to barge in, but has anybody seen a pair of glasses? I must have dropped them as I was leaving.
I guess here's a pair.
Oh, no, these are not mine. They make everything look very funny.
Let me see those. Oh, you're right. But why would anybody have a pair of glasses like these?
Hold on here. I think I might have an idea. Just as I thought.
What?
Well, you see, let me write this down so that way I don't forget. But anyways, there's a secret code that you can see wearing these glasses, if you will hold them up, Mr. Manchester. Well, you see, you know how artists used to basically hide secret codes in their artwork? Well, apparently that's what Oliver J. Manchester did. So, yeah.
What do you see?
Well, here. As I wrote before, it's 7, 5, 36, 14, 9, and 81.
What could those numbers mean?
They must be the code to his safe. I shall go to the study.
Wait, I think that somebody might have already done that, but they neglected to see the whole picture. You see, the title of the book is underlined. Nancy, where's that one book that I just found earlier in the closet?
Oh, it's right over there.
Thank you. Glasses. Yep, thank you. Yeah, there it is. Just our motive for murder.
What is it?
What's it say? You see,
we've solved the case.
Exactly.
Inspector, can I see that will, please? Oh.
Right there.
Sorry. Inspector, we know who killed Oliver J. Manchester.
Who?
The one member of the family that is not with us right now. Juniper Manchester!
Juniper?
Juniper, but why?
I did it.
Why?
Well, I dropped out of school several months ago and have just barely been getting by in New York. You know, Mom and Dad, my brother is a famous author, and my sister is a very famous actress. And I was just going to be the downbeat of the family. I just couldn't come back and ask you guys for money, especially after you had urged so hard for me not to go. You know, but before I dropped out, I studied that sometimes secret codes are concealed in the paint of some paintings. So I started looking at the portrait, the family portrait that we had done a few years back, and we were all standing in front of that picture. I thought, you know, maybe the clue to the Manchester fortune is hidden in that. So I changed the will so that I could get my picture, claim my treasure. That way I could find the clues, and I just needed to wait until the will was released.
Well, if you knew the will was going to be released, why kill him?
Because I found out shortly after changing the will that everything was going to go to the bank and not the family. So I had to come here and claim the treasure while I had a chance. And I remembered that grandfather always kept this pair of glasses in his pocket. He never went anywhere without them. So I figured that must be a way to read the clues in the painting. So yes, I was the one that climbed up the trellis and snuck into grandfather's room. And he then realized what I was about. I just had to do it. I just had to do it. I had no other choice. I hoped it wouldn't be discovered until later, while you guys were all mourning, then I could actually take the treasure and leave.
Well, there you have it, officers. Here is your killer.
Take her away.
I'm so sorry. Yes. I hope you can forgive me. Yes.
Well, have fun in prison.
Thanks, girls. You are true detectives.
Did you hear that, Nancy? He said we're a couple of true detectives.
So, girls, what did the book say?
It didn't say Juniper was a murderer, did it?
Well, not really. But you see, if you wear these glasses, then basically every word can be underlined or circled, and it kind of relates to basically what corresponds with the painting there.
So, what did it say?
Well, it said the treasure lies beneath my heart.
So there really isn't a treasure, it's just a myth.
So grandfather died for nothing?
I guess so.
Oh, no, not quite. You see, the heart isn't his literal heart, but his heart in the painting. Here, someone help me with this.
Oh, it's a safe.
It's a safe! The money must be in there! We're rich again!
Grand feast is getting cold. I'm sorry, Olga, but I don't think anyone is wanting to eat after this ordeal.
But I worked so hard preparing the feast.
Sorry.
I could kill you all.
Hey, just a little peckish, maybe a little nibble. We could probably work this out.
Yeah. Good. Dinner is served.
Cha-cha. Hop, hop.
Well, Nancy, we did it. We solved another case.
I always knew that we would. Like it says on our business card, there isn't a case that we can't solve.
Nancy and Prudence were able to get to their concert just in time. The family found their riches, enjoyed their newfound wealth, and even paid the girls for their help. It was another successful case to file away for Nancy Prue, private detective.